guys, I'm Laura Vitale, and on this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I'm going to show you how to make the most perfect chocolate chip cookie you'll ever have. They are so simple to make, but they're so delicious, and with just a couple of little different tricks, you're going to see that this really is the most amazing chocolate cookie ever. It's light, it's crisp, it's chocolatey, and it's absolute chocolate chip cookie heaven. So let's get started. I'm going to show you what you're going to need. You'll need some all-purpose flour, brown sugar, regular sugar, semi-sweet chocolate chips, unsalted, softened butter. You're going to need some vegetable shortening, some eggs, salt, baking soda, cinnamon, and vanilla extract. Now these cookies are really, really easy to make, and because I add a couple little things in there that aren't expected, they're really going to be amazing. You have to trust me on that. And they're going to make a lot of cookies, so be ready. It's going to make about 4 dozen. So, get your mixer ready with a paddle attachment. We're going to start with our sugar. I have here 3/4 of a cup of regular sugar, 3/4 of a cup of softened brown sugar, and we're going to put in the butter and vegetable shortening. Now, most people just use butter. They don't use vegetable shortening. But I have decided, when I started thinking about writing the perfect recipe for the chocolate chip cookies, I thought, well, when you make a pie crust, you use the butter for flavoring and the shortening for that really amazing crisp light texture that it gives you. So why not do it in a cookie? And I tried it and it was amazing. So just trust me. So medium speed, cream this together just until it literally comes together. Not longer, then we'll put in the eggs. Here we go. My butter and sugar mixture is perfectly creamy. Now heads up, I took my spatula and just scraped down the sides of it, because sometimes what happens is while everything is spinning, it tends to stick to the sides of the bowl and not incorporate all the way at the bottom. So just give it a nice little mix if you see that that's happening. Then I'm going to add in my eggs, and I'm going to add in my vanilla, a couple of teaspoons. Back down. Just mix this together until everything's nice and creamy and well blended. We got that ready. Just gonna scrape it down. Look how creamy that is. That's exactly what you want. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna add in our dry ingredients. I'm gonna add in 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. Dump that all in. I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Might sound really strange, but the cinnamon adds a note that you really can't replace. You don't just taste like cinnamon in your mouth, because it's not a cinnamon-based cookie, but it somehow just makes the chocolate taste really chocolatey, and it makes the cookie just so good. You're just going to have to trust me and just try it once. If you don't like it, just omit the cinnamon, but I'm sure you're going to love it. Okay, speed on low, otherwise you get a big facial of flour. Make this together just until incorporated, because remember, you never want to overmix, otherwise you'll get really tough cookies. This is perfectly combined. Now I'm going to add in my chocolate chips, and I have 2 cups here of semi-sweet chocolate chips, and just blend it to combine. And then we'll use our spatula to do the rest of the work. Scrape everything down. You don't want to leave anything behind. And here we go. Just mix this really well. You want to make sure that nothing got left behind at the bottom. Make sure you preheat your oven to 375 at this point, because you want to make sure it's nice and hot. And with a small ice cream scoop, or actually, this was actually called a cookie scooper. It really is. And it makes the perfect size cookies, all the same size, and it works every time. Take non-stick baking sheet or cookie sheet, whichever you have. Don't grease it. There's plenty of butter in there to make sure it doesn't stick. And just take a nice little ball like that. And here we go. Place them a couple inches apart from each other, because they will expand. And just keep on scooping them. Last cookie. Now, as you can see, got lots of cookies in front of me. I'm going to have some really happy guests tomorrow. And these are going to go into your preheated 375 oven, 8 to 10 minutes. Keep an eye on them. You want them to just be lightly brown around the edges. And then you're going to leave them on the baking sheet for about 10 minutes before transferring them onto a cooling rack. There you have them, guys. And these baked for 10 minutes. I let them cool in the baking sheets for about 10 minutes, and I put them on a cooling rack to cool completely for half an hour before putting them on a beautiful platter. Now, these are not your average doughy, thick, dense cookie. This is a lighter than air, crisp, but yet still soft, chocolatey, delicious, heavenly cookie. Now, please go to my website at www.laurainthekitchen.com to get the full recipe. Make these, and please let me know what you think. And I'm going to carry on with eating these. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.